Hello there, welcome back to my channel. Copper Dragons here, and I'm going to be playing some more Palworld. So let's hop right in and continue the game. Now let's go ahead and just try and see what I can catch. Because honestly, I wanted to focus on that this video. Um, you know what? Here in the next couple days, I might increase the amount of XP I earn from each battle and stuff. Um, I might end up doing that, and then lowering it once I get to a good point. Because honestly, I think that would be for the best, like, for this playthrough. Because, some of the areas that you can get through in this game, they are pretty, like, hefty with the experience that you need to do, like, with that you need to get for the levels. Um, so yeah, that's pretty much the main reason I wanted to at least, increase the XP I can earn from each battle or area or whatever. Um, Either way, let's just try and see what I can get done. Let's see what technology I can afford right now. Oh, doesn't seem like I can afford anything. Man, that really sucks too. I'm gonna. Alright, sorry about that. Let's just head out and try and find some trees. So that way I can mine them down and just try and get some wood for my roof. Um, and I will be getting some fiber from that too, since, mining trees do give you some fiber, though it's at a significantly lower chance than what you would get wood. Um, alright. Uh, Now I need 25 for each row, so that's 50 wood that I need, just to finish up one segment of the roof. Um, I need a total of 50 wood. Currently I have, 33. So I need 17 more wood. Um, alright, I'm gonna have to repair my axe real quick. Thankfully, I got the tool that I need to, like the stand. Uh, so let's just head over here real quick. So that way I can, at least, um, get some more wood on top of repairing my axe at the same time. Alright, let's repair this. Yeah, that's gonna take 5 extra wood, and I don't know how much stone I'll need in the future, but I know I'll be needing some. Let's work on some of these PAL balls real quick. You know what? Uh, by the time of the next video, I'll try and, finish up, like, what I wanted to do with the XP. Like, since I kind of am severely underleveled. Um, So yeah, it would only really help me out if I just raised the rates of XP that I earn. For obvious reasons. Okay. Let's go find some more trees so that way I can, at least get some wood. Uh, Never mind. Here's a couple pieces right here. There's 2 stone too. Um, all right. I got at least. Wait, hold on. Let me check my inventory real quick to see how much wood I have. I have 35 pieces of wood, so that means I need 15. Um, alright. I'm pretty close now. There we go. I got more than enough wood. Um, Now I'm gonna try and build some of those things to, basically have like an infinite wood and stone generator. I'm gonna have to do that pretty soon. Considering, the obvious, it would only help me out. At the end of the day, if I do get that stuff. Um, but either way, let's just try and build the roof already. Um, so that way I can, at least have a complete base, or at least somewhat of a complete one. Um, wow, I don't even need that much wood. I don't think, anyways. I severely overestimated how much wood I'll need. Uh, you know what? This should be good for right now. Uh, Wait. uh, Tojiro is working on the PAL spheres. Let's just go ahead and just try and finish up whatever he started. Might as well help him out a little. Uh, considering there's only like a total of 9 that I needed to make, and I'm currently at 7. All right, let's just try and finish this up. You know what? I know how the towers work now. I'm gonna try and, at least get over here to that. Um, like, the first one I'm doing is the rain tower. That's gonna take a little bit to get to. Um, but yeah, I know I can do it. It's gonna be at least a full day's travel, if anything, to actively get out there. Um, man, I wish I had a mount or something, because that would have helped out so much here. Like, just being able to, actively use a mount of some kind. Hot milk? I am so confused about what that does, considering I've never really seen that before. Either way, let's just try and work on the production that I can. You know what? Real quick, um, I'm gonna just swap out one of my lamb bells for fox sparks. Uh, it's gonna be this lamb bell right here. Just so I can work on this hot milk more quickly, and also some other stuff that I need to cook too for the long travel ahead of me. Um, honestly, good on Projiro, I think that's what his name is. Good on him for harvesting that stuff. Right there. Because honestly, I needed some of that stuff to be grown and harvested too. Um, let's go ahead and gather up these seeds. These red berry seeds. Okay, let's see what I can get done. Because I gotta finish up this hot milk, the berries, and the eggs and those kebabs that I saw that I can make. Um, okay. Wait, I can make three. You know what? Never mind. I'm just gonna work on these kebabs. Since that's the quickest thing I can make. Um, all right, I'm gonna work on this stuff that takes the shortest amount of time to make. Um, honestly, I really care about my pals, if anything. Because they're my little pets, if anything. And honestly, I see them as equals. You know, so might as well just take as much care of them as possible. Also, keep in mind, I will be working on that incubator, but I'm gonna have to finish up that tower first, before I can actively, you know, work on that incubator stuff that I wanted to do. Um, and that's gonna be at least a little bit of time because I also got to get up to level 10 before I can reach the point that I need to. So yeah, honestly, I'm just working on the food right now. That I needed to get done. Okay, let's start production on these baked berries. So that way I can actually, get this stuff done, for the food that I need for the travel. Also, I should be able to catch more pals in that tower. If I actually time things out correctly, that is. I don't know if I'll be able to, but I should. Um, all right. You know what? Whenever I get done, I'm like with these baked berries. I'm gonna head to sleep in the game, and uh, just work on the hot milk in the morning. Whenever uh, you know, uh, Fox Sparks is awake. Okay, let's sleep. Wow. Honestly, I think that's the first time I think I've slept all game. Man, that's wild to think about. Considering this is what the third video on the entire game, and this is the first time I've slept. Wait, hold on. I'm so confused about this food here does, considering I've never cooked it before. Either way, let's just try and make this hot milk, and collect some of the other resources that I know should be out here. Um, considering I only have 4 things of hot milk to make. Um, and then whenever I get done with this stuff, I'm heading out as soon as possible. Um, whenever I acquire the hot milk. Okay, time to head out. Um, wait, might want to make some clothes first, considering I think that should raise my defenses too. Um, so let's just head over to my crafting bench. Uh, make all this cloth here that I can. Before that gets out of hand, before I can, fully work on all of that. Uh, I don't know how much cloth I'm gonna need, but I'm just turning it all into, like, all my wool into cloth regardless. For obvious reasons. Um, since I'm gonna need it, like, as much of it as possible anyways. Um, you know what? might as well, in the future, might as well make some chests to put some of my items into, so I don't get too, like, overstimulated, with the items I gotta collect. Like, I know there's an option to collect all items, but, like, just in case I've run out of time or I'm too far away from my base, I don't want to lose any, like, too valuable items, if anything. Um, alright, let's make this the setup outfits right here. So that way I can, for one, have a little bit of warmth, so I won't have to always rely on my, torch. And then two, I'm gonna make a bow, for a long-range weapon. Um, You know what? I don't think I'll make the parachute. I'll just make the parachute right now, and then in the future I'll work on some other stuff in the process. Um, I need to collect some fibers before too long as well. Considering that's stuff that I need to do. Like I need to work on. You know what? Whenever I get the recipes for it, I'm gonna try and make some guns too, since that's also something I can make. But yeah, regardless, let's just try and make this parachute. I don't know what I can really make right now. Past this parachute. Okay, I need wood and fiber, which I can easily get from trees. I need a lot of it too. Um, Considering, the obvious. Okay, let's eat these baked berries here, so that way I won't die of hunger. Um, alright, let's head out to some trees to try and mine some, fiber and wood. So that way I can get this stuff done. Which I'm gonna need a lot of both. You know what? Let's bring out Catava, to try and take out some pals while I'm at it. Let's swap to my wooden club, since I'm gonna have to do that first. Um, yeah, that's honestly why I wanted to catch a Cativa, right off the bat, is because of its attack. It's just so unbearably powerful because it can deal all that damage all at once, and it would just, make it way too powerful to not have it. You know? Um, alright, let's collect as much fiber and wood as possible. Same with some stone, too, whenever I get around to it, because I know I'm going to probably need some of that for arrows. Um, alright, either way, let's just try and get back to my base. I think yeah, it's over here. Uh, I think I'm gonna have to mine some rocks. Man, that's not one I can mine. I think this one is one that I can mine. So let's just try and get as much stone as humanly possible out here. Um, Now, whenever my weight limit gets over, what it can hold, um, yeah, that's whenever I gotta head back to my base, because, you know, like, I can't run past that. Um, okay, I think that this should be enough stone whenever I get done with this rock. And also, there's some palladium fragments, which I won't be using past some items. Uh, like I'll mostly be using them on PAL capture devices. That's the main thing I know I'll be using them on. Other than that, I won't really be using too many PALs. Like palladium, whatever. Uh, since it's obviously going to just be a hindrance, otherwise, for obvious reasons. All right, I'm almost ready to head out to that tower. um, Time to start making that bow. I'm not going to make a spear, because honestly I feel like that would be just a pointless item anyways, considering I already have a club, and spears aren't really much different than clubs. If anything, I feel like they're worse for my playstyle. Um, Alright, let's make some of these fire arrows first, considering that's the main thing I wanted to craft. Um, Considering they're more powerful than regular arrows. Um, Either way, let's just see what I can do. Man, these arrows take so long to craft. Honestly, I feel like I should have started out with the regular arrows, for obvious reasons. Well, at least there's only, at least they, can be crafted in groups of 10. And there's only 4 left, so that shouldn't take too long to actually do. Um, all right, let's see what we can do. to at the very least, get done with these arrows. Wait, I'm level 8 now. So that means that I only have 2 more levels until I can actually reach that uh, level 10. Um, and be able to craft an incubator before too long. Um, Either way, let's just first get done with these fire arrows, so that way I won't have to deal with too much of them right now. Um, you know what? I think I might there at the start. Whenever I upgrade the XP capacity that I can gain from other stuff, like since you can alter that, I might set it to the max level there for like I want to say a video. Then I might procedurally lower it. Considering at the max level you gain a ridiculous amount of XP. Um, so yeah, I might just procedurally lower it the higher levels I get, which might be in between videos. So yeah, either way, let's just try and focus on crafting these arrows that I can. Considering uh I only have so many arrows left that I can craft. Okay, I can craft 190 more arrows. Man, that's gonna take a while, but I know that's gonna be probably more than enough. You know. So let's just handle this real quick. Um, Hopefully, Projiro comes back to help me out with this crafting stuff. Um, so yeah, that's the main thing I know I'm gonna need. It's just a little bit of help speeding up this process. Um, for obvious reasons. Um, Considering I still have 140 more arrows to craft. So the process is gonna have to be sped up as much as humanly possible. Um, you know what? I think that whenever I put Capriti in my workbench, I think that really helps me out a lot. I think um, so. Might want to do that before too long. Um, so yeah. Either way, let's just try and see what I can get done with these arrows. Considering I only have 8 groups left, which is 80 arrows. Um, So yeah, I know that this has been pretty slow so far, but just wait for me to get to that tower. I promise it'll probably be worth it in the end. Probably can't really, be too certain of it because I might die. But yeah, let's just see what I can do regardless. Because I only have 40 arrows left that I need to craft. As of right now. So let's just see what I can do here. Um, okay, 30 arrows left. Now 20. Honestly, I'm doing pretty well for myself in terms of outright resources. Because honestly, I don't think I need too much more resources past this. For right now. Um, all right, let's just head to that tower real quick. Because for one, I got those arrows done now. Um, and now I got some traveling left to do. Uh, you know what? Let's just see what. Okay, I'm gonna have to swap out you know, my axe for, my pickaxe for the bow, for right now, anyways. Uh, Other stuff can be it can just wait. Um, so yeah, either way, let's just head over to that tower, so that way I won't have to deal with anything else right now. Uh, all right. I think that the tower gives me a bunch of technology points. I think it gives me at least 5 if I had to guess, from whenever I first beat it. I could be wrong on that, and it could give me a bit more, considering my lowered level, compared to whenever I first beat the thing. Um, Either way, let's just head out to the tower. Honestly, I just really wish I could, at least have a further point of traveling. That's something I wish I could do, but hey, what can I can't really do much, in terms of outright travel. Um, All right. I think I'm doing pretty well so far in terms of outright movement. You know what? Might want to bring out my club just in case if I run into any deadly pals. Um, for obvious reasons. Okay, I think I'm getting pretty close so far. I'm doing pretty well in terms of outright distance. I still got a pretty long ways to go. Um, but not as long as what I did at the start there for a second. Um, you know what? One party member I really want to have, like, if I ever catch another Krojiro, I might bring him on my party. Um, but either way, let's just try and see what I can get done here. So that way I can, head over to that tower. Since there's still one left, like at least one left. Um, Either way, I know I'm gonna have to catch a land bell. Uh, okay, I think I'm pretty close by, to where the tower is. So let's just try and run a little bit further. It's on top of like a hill or something. I know what the tower looks like, considering, like I've already mentioned, I've already beat it before. That right there is a tower. Um, okay, let's just try and catch this Vinny. Whatever. Fixie, Vinny, whatever. Um, alright, let's just try and catch this thing. Uh, alright, I need to catch this thing and fast before, Capricorn takes it out. Um, alright, let's see what we can do. Um, Now this little mountain hill, that's not where the tower is. Um, for obvious reasons. That right there is the tower. Honestly, I'm surprised I made it here so quickly. But hey, at least I made it. Let's just try and, challenge the leader. Considering it's structured like gym battles. Alright, let's see what we can do to finish up this fight right here that I know I gotta get done. Yeah, I'm gonna turn off my mic real quick. Now that pal right there, that's one I want to try and catch in the future. If I ever find it. Grisbolt. I honestly want to try and catch that sometime in the future. Alright, let's try and swap over to my bow. For obvious reasons. Since it's a new weapon, I want to try and show it off. Okay. Let's just try and avoid this thing's attacks. Crap, that damaged me a little. I know I can win this. I know I can. I just don't know how long it's going to take me to actively get this stuff done. Yeah, I need to get Capricorn back in its ball. Okay, time to bring out Cativa. Come on, help out a little. Yeah, I probably don't have much time to actively... Yeah, Cativa, it's gonna have to return to its ball. Let's eat. I wasn't expecting that to happen. I genuinely wasn't. Man, I died. I did so well in my original playthrough that I genuinely got so confused at why I died. Like, I did so well in an earlier playthrough. If I probably kept out Capricorn, it probably could have distracted that pal. Probably. But either way, yeah, I'm out of it. Like, all my stuff, it got knocked out of my hand. So let's just pick up all my stuff. Man, I let you guys down by, performing so well in that one fight. You know what? Let's go ahead and feed my pals. Man, I wish that I had some healing items. Wait, medical supplies. I need... Man, I can't even give that to Capricorn. Wait, no, Cativa. Alright. Man, I wish that I could actually do this. Alright, let's start this boss fight again. And start out with Capricorn. If I die, or any of my pals get taken out, I'm gonna just swap to another. Like immediately. Okay, let's just try and see what I can do here. Yeah, I just need to avoid this thing's attacks. Let's just see what I can do. Yeah, that's gonna suck. That really sucks. I need to give this, to my... Man, I can't even give that to my main, character. Let's bring out Fox Sparks real quick. Alright, I know I can win this if I do this properly. Alright, let's just try and deal as much damage to this thing as possible. Uh, okay, I gotta just see what I can do. Um, alright, let's just try and deal as much damage as humanly possible. Uh, okay, I know I can win this if I just time everything out properly. You know? Okay, thankfully there's some sturdy beams nearby. For me to actively see what I can do. Um, okay, let's just get behind this pillar. Um, alright, let's swap to my... Wait, I forgot how to swap arrow types. I gotta see what I can do. Um, alright, let's see what I can get done here. I gotta swap to another pal. Let's bring out Hookerties. Um, because this could be a really decent pal. Okay, let's just try and see what I can get done. Okay, it's 9,000 HP. Well, now it's a little bit lower than that, but still. Let's just try and shoot this thing with more arrows. Uh, considering I just got to take this thing out. And fast, too. Okay, let's just try and dodge some of this thing's attacks so that way I don't die. Okay, I got to get behind this pillar. Yeah, I'm honestly not too good with the combat of this game. I just gotta try and see what I can do. Let's just try and see what I can get done regardless. This pillar over here, that's easily my best thing, for right now. Okay, I gotta swap to another. Let's bring up Pingullet. Pingullet, I know you're my goat. Let's try and kill this thing already. Alright, let's see what I can do. Okay, I know I can win this with Pingullet. Oh, thank God, Pingullet, did some damage, and froze the thing. Okay, let's just try and see what I can do regardless. It's down to about half health. So yeah, that's pretty good right now. Yeah, I'm gonna have to swap to another pal. Let's bring out Capricorn, since it's the last pal I have. Okay, I know I can win this if I time out everything properly. Alright, let's just see what I can do. Alright, it's down to like 5,000 HP. That's pretty good so far. Okay, I gotta just try and get behind a wall. And fast. Before the thing, kills me. Alright, let's see what I can do. Okay, there it is. Let's stand behind this pillar over here. Okay, I'm doing pretty well so far, I think. Yeah, I probably won't have enough time to deal with this thing, but I probably will at the same time. Alright, let's just try and do whatever I can. I gotta eat up some food. Crap, I gotta feed up my pals. Alright, let's just try and see what I can do with this. Crap, I can't do anything with that. Alright, let's just try and take out this Grisbolt. Yeah, I just gotta try and do whatever I can. Come on. Just die, you stupid bear, ugly thing. Oh crap, I'm probably gonna end up dying, because I don't have any more pals on me. And also, I'm running low on arrows, too. Man, this is gonna suck. I can tell it is. Yeah, this is genuinely the worst outcome I could have possibly have thought of. Considering, I'm low on health, and also, the thing is still alive. Alright, let's just try and see what I can do. I think I can probably win this if I time this out correctly. Alright, let's just try and hopefully take this thing out. Okay, let's just see what I can do. Because I still got... Darn it, I ran out of time. Darn, that really sucks too. That's a timeout. Jesus Christ, that sucks too, because I was so close to victory. I was, what? I was 3,000 HP away from winning. Man, that really sucks too. Yeah, I probably should have leveled up my pals as well. Before I took on this thing. I probably should have done that. Either way, let's just try and run back and grab my stuff. Before I, actively try and take out more of these pals. especially that big guy, that Grizzbolt or whatever it's called. Um, all right, I'm not letting that. I'm not challenging that thing again until I actively, get back to my base and rest up. At least by a little. Wait, hold on. Yeah, I wonder how that medicine stuff works. Um, let's fast travel over to my base. And thankfully I have a fast travel segment over here, so that's still going to be pretty useful. I wonder if I can evolve my pals in this game. That's honestly something I'm really wondering. You know? Uh, but either way, let's just try and see what I can do. Um, let's go ahead and just sleep in. Um, well, at least I have a way to actually fast travel now. That's pretty good. But I don't have anything else I can really do. You know what? I'm gonna check on the levels of my pals to see if I can, make a better party. Uh, all right, I can replace that with that. Um, yeah, that's probably for the best, if anything. Um, and then let's replace that with the Lambell. For obvious reasons, so that way I can actually fast travel back to that thing. You know what? First, I'm actually gonna try and, get some resources up. Um, you know what? I'm gonna pause the recording to see how long I've been playing for. All right, I've been playing for upwards of 30 minutes. So far, I've been playing for like 31 minutes. That that should be good enough time. Um, so I'm gonna end today's video here. Be sure to like and subscribe. I'll try and work on that. You know, uh, tower next video. I'm gonna try and do it. But either way, be sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.